for battery, domestic violence.
Put your hands behind your back.
You got handcuffs?
He took a knee as a counter, as basically a legal knockdown.
And if they do?
Yeah, but the ref said no, but the judge could still count it as a knockdown.
Oh.
Gervonta Davis is in trouble again after the investigation into his case with referee Steve Willis. The boxing world is buzzing after Lamont Roach's request to overturn the majority draw decision. Was rejected by the New York State Athletic Commission, Roach escalated the matter by asking authorities to look into what happened in Davis's corner and the discussions with the referee. The investigation uncovered recordings of conversations between Davis and Willis, which added fuel to the fire.
We took the knee. We just think we took the knee.
I can't speak.
Can't speak on that? He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak on it.
No personal opinion, nothing?
Can't, especially you.
I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes,
The recordings contain damaging evidence, and though they haven't been made public, they forced Davis to defend himself in court. Roach also highlighted a key moment in the 9th round, but the commission dismissed his claims. This decision backfired, as the commission's mistakes have now landed Davis in deeper trouble. Many boxing professionals haven't shown much sympathy, only sharing their opinions on the situation.
Is that a DQ?
This is not basketball. This is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what...
Some believe Davis will soon be out of trouble, while others are unsure what the future holds for him. Shocker Stevenson recently shared his thoughts on Davis's court case and his social media activity, stating that the outcome was expected. Stevenson also mentioned he wouldn't criticize Davis, despite Davis mocking his win over Josh Padley last week.
Me versus Tank.
Yeah,
so it's like, with him, with his pride and his ego and it's hard for him to even, want to get on the phone with me, want to reach out or put all that other to the side. That nigga just got too much ego, I guess.
But where did the beef come from? Because it seemed like he really don't like you.
Nah, he don't.
But why? What did y'all do? Because y'all was cool at one point.
Gervonta Davis might not be able to fight Shocker or Lamont Roach anytime soon, due to his ongoing court case. In his post-fight interview, Davis expressed interest in an immediate rematch with Roach, but his legal issues have put those plans on hold. Shocker Stevenson also commented on the situation on social media, adding to the speculation about Davis's future.
You gotta understand, can't underestimate the underdog, bro. He's hungry, you know what I mean? They wasn't giving him no credit. They were making us see it was a slouch, you could run over. You can't do that in boxing. Anything can happen. You can have a great night, believe that. You gotta believe in your soul, and I think the kid was in.
Danny Garcia's father shared an interesting perspective on what many see as a major setback for Davis. He pointed out that Davis's boxing record is now tarnished. His pound-for-pound ranking has dropped, and he faces a serious legal battle. Garcia Sr. emphasized the pressures of being an athlete, noting that behind-the-scenes struggles and family issues can weigh heavily on fighters.
Should they have counted it as a knockdown?
He took a knee because something was wrong. That he thought it was wrong that he could do that. He probably thought he was still in the amateurs. In the amateur, take a knee.
Yeah.
It's things that you do sometimes. Go flashback when you was younger and you think you could still get away with it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Speaking of fight hype, Garcia Sr. said, "Life is tough, especially for athletes. There's a lot of pressure, and people don't see the struggles behind the scenes. Family issues, personal problems, it all adds up. Davis has been on top for years, but everyone has a bad night now and then."
Who won Tank or Lamont?
Everyone's got an opinion. This is my opinion.
Sure.
It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses.
6th Division World Champion Oscar De La Hoya has also weighed in on the controversy. During a chat with Colin Cowherd, De La Hoya questioned referee Steve Willis's handling of the 9th round incident. He pointed out that Davis, after being hit by Roach, took a knee and turned away, which should have been ruled a knockdown and cost him a point. De La Hoya expressed surprise at Willis's decision, given his experience as a professional referee.
Can you just clear it up, Oscar? A knee being taken, is that a point deduction?
Yes, and that's the fact. A point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not did Gervonta get hit? Was he
De La Hoya also praised Roach's performance, calling it impressive against a tough opponent like Davis. He said, "I think Roach did extremely well. He was on his game, and it was a great fight." De La Hoya's comments added to the growing criticism of the commission's handling of the fight.
One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, "Oh, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner." I don't.
Promoter Eddie Hearn shared his thoughts on the New York State Athletic Commission's decision not to overturn the fight's outcome. Hearn acknowledged the controversy, but doubted the commission would change the result. He expects a rematch to happen, saying, "Everything I'm hearing suggests the rematch is going to happen. It's pretty much done."
To be honest with you, I mean, I think that's a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation. For me, like, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Like, Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, like, even the day before, "I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night." And
Hearn also commented on the 9th round incident, arguing that Davis's decision to take a knee should have been ruled a knockdown. He said, "If you take a knee while punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. Some say he should have been disqualified, but I don't agree. It's a bizarre situation, but a warning would have sufficed."
hopefully this could be the little something that gives Gervonta a little wake-up call to take him back to the mindset of maybe where he was.
Do you think New York State overturns it?
No, I don't think they do. So,
man, I was surprised, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I thought it was a 10-8. Like, that's what really was going on. Like, but like, I was confused when he looked at the ref, but when he took the knee, I was like, and I grasped the concept that he was on the ground. I was like, that's a 10-8. Simple. So I was like, all right, the ref started counting. While I'm looking at him, I'm like, the ref started counting. But I see him get up and go to the corner. So now I'm just like, all right, now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Did you think?
As reported by Dan Raphael of Fight Freaks Unite, Roach's lawyer pushed for the result to be changed to a win for his fighter, either by decision, knockout, or disqualification. Hearn acknowledged the controversy, but didn't expect the New York State Athletic Commission to alter the outcome. Speaking to Fight Hype on Tuesday, Hearn said, "No, I don't think they'll change it. Can the state demand an immediate rematch? I don't think so. The commission can review the result, but it's up to the governing body, the World Boxing Association, which oversees the lightweight title. While the commission can review, it can't enforce a rematch." Hearn, however, believes a rematch will happen regardless.
Call for an immediate rematch if they don't.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, the reality is, can the state call for an immediate rematch? I don't believe they can, the commission. It's really up to the governing body. I mean, the commission can overturn a decision or rule on a decision, but can they order a rematch? That really has to come from the governing body.
In his hand, it's...
To me, I didn't think he was stopping the fight because I was so focused on the ref counting. Like, I didn't think he was stopping the fight, but then again, like, when I look at him in the corner, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. I don't know now. I just don't know what's going on, besides the fact that I want this to be a knockdown because it should be.
And you asked him, right? Why you stopped counting?
Yeah, I asked him, literally. I said, why you stop counting?
Now, to Lamont's point, you will see it and you will hear it, him ask the referee to keep counting here.
From what I'm hearing, the rematch is going to happen anyway, Hearn revealed. I think it's pretty much done. Hearn also commented on the 9th round controversy, arguing that Davis's decision to take a knee should have been ruled a knockdown. If you take a knee during a fight while punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown, Hearn said. Some say he should have been disqualified, but I don't agree. I think a warning would have been enough, but it's still a strange situation.
In round number 9, Gervonta Davis takes a knee, landed a right hand, then 2 jabs afterward. What were you thinking when this happened? Were you surprised as everybody else? What was on your mind?
As the New York State Athletic Commission reviewed referee Steve Willis's handling of the fight, a Pro Box TV panel discussed the matter. Dan Raphael, a veteran boxing writer, stated, "If they do one thing, Lamont Roach wins the fight." He argued that Willis's poor performance cost Roach the championship and denied him the chance to hand Davis his first loss. A lot went wrong, and it all worked against Roach, Raphael added.
I seen the other coach on the ring, and the inspector told me one time I got to look over there to see it. He tell me sit down. I'm yelling at him, "Who you talking to? I'm coaching. Leave me alone." And he let this guy get up the ring and wipe his fighter down in the middle of the ring.
You even hear Morrow say.
Yeah.
Speaking to regulators across the country, it was noted that New York Commission head Matthew Delalio is in a tough spot, trying to address the human error that occurred. Willis began an 8-count on Davis after Roach landed multiple punches, prompting Davis to take a knee and walk to his corner, where his co-trainer, Calvin Ford, wiped his face with a towel. Davis later claimed he felt a hair chemical sting his eye and was seeking relief. Some believe Delalio should deduct a point from Davis for his actions and declare Roach the new WBA lightweight champion. Others argue this wouldn't be fair to Davis, a knockout puncher who might have fought more aggressively in the final rounds if he knew he was behind.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I am, but I'm ashamed of myself. I am so cynical. But this sport has made me cynical. I'm sorry. I don't see anyone's going to reprimand this referee. What are they going to do?
The panel, including retired California referee Jack Rice, trainer Stephen Edwards, Dan Raphael, and Pro Box TV regulars Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi, agreed that Roach's actions met the definition of a knockdown. Pro Box TV founder Gary Jonas, who advises Roach, filed an official appeal asking the commission to declare Roach the winner based on Willis's multiple missed opportunities to penalize Davis. Edwards noted, "People make mistakes, but these mistakes always seem to favor one side. Steve Willis has had a great career, but this moment shocked everyone."
We need a national commission. That's the only thing I could think of, but we're not getting one right now. But the last thing I want to say to put a bow on this one, Bud, we talked about the controversial part, but I want to finish with the great part. That was high-level boxing.
Referee Jack Rice explained that officials have some discretion during fights, but Malignaggi countered, "You can't call your own timeout." Raphael also mentioned that there was a chance to review the knockdown via replay, but it didn't happen. This led Algieri and Malignaggi to conclude that an immediate rematch at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn is the best solution. On his podcast, Teddy Atlas shared his thoughts on the refereeing, particularly the 9th round incident.
A lot of people think, oh, that was just slugging, that was just fighting. No, that was high-level boxing. That was the sweet science at its best. I mean, a lot of people think sweet science with this separation, and you make...
Atlas suggested the referee might have been biased or even bribed, as he doubted Willis would have allowed Roach to do what Davis did. "We need better referees, more educated, trained, and bold enough to make the right calls," Atlas said. "I don't think that referee would have let Roach get away with what Davis did." Why? Because Davis is a star.
It grabs your attention. Oh, wow, look at that guy. He's on the outside. Yeah, he slipped 4 punches. Bop, bop, bop. He threw back, then he was gone. He was gone. Where'd he go? Yeah, wow, that's sweet science. Yeah, but when you're inside in a dangerous place,
Atlas continued, "I think Davis set a record for the most fans at the Barclays Center. They might have hit a new attendance or gate record. He's a star, he draws crowds, has a huge fan base, and delivers solid pay-per-view numbers. All of that comes with him."
You don't get scorched. That is high-level boxing. That is the sweetest of the sweet.
When a referee allows a fighter to take a knee, which isn't in the rules, and doesn't score it as a 10-8 round, that's a problem, Atlas added. Davis got hit with a jab just before that. "I'm not trying to attack him, he's a great fighter, patient, defensively responsible, with fast hands and great combinations. But he was wrong here, and the sport let him get away with it. The issue isn't the fighters, it's the administrators. We see these problems too often, and it has to stop."
Quite straight enough, not quite timed enough. not quite the right angle. Bang, it's all over. Oh, like my Italian friends would say. Mwah, mwah. Nick Baffy, God bless you, the thin man.
Atlas also stated, a referee can't ignore the rules. Davis got hit with a jab, and a second later, he took a knee. That's a knockdown. This isn't football, there's no fair catch. Even Terrence Crawford, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, joked, I didn't know that was a rule. This isn't a pit stop in racing. You can't just take a knee in boxing. Roach could have attacked Davis when he turned away. He had the right to do so.
Something funny, when we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, why not? What you talking about? He like, nah, I ain't gonna give it to you.
I've seen fighters hit opponents who turn or walk away, Atlas said. The referee doesn't stop it unless the bell rings or he steps in. Roach had the right to pursue Davis, but he chose to be a sportsman. If Roach had landed a punch while Davis was turning, it wouldn't have been pretty, but it would have been fair. The real fault lies with Davis and the referee, who allowed him to take a knee, go to his corner, and get treated mid-round. If the referee had scored it a 10-8 round, Roach would have won the title.